and they sprinting away. Rather untidy start. Air of Royalty could have been better away. Flying V also missed the kick to the tune of about 2 lengths. Magnetic Dime broke out well. Easy Money towards the far side also shows a lot of pace. Apple Catcher, the cheek pieces, is right in there as well. In fact, she slides off to the lead. Flying First is in the yellow. Creme Brulee's in the pink. Then comes Flying V, who got a little bit closer. Then further back in running is Beneath the Moon, who races towards the outside. Seeking Peace was out after those. Flying V, Hear My Voice, they further back in the field. Towards the final 600 metres they go. Magnetic Dime, Apple Catcher, Easy Money far side. They followed further back by Flying First in the yellow colours, working to race around 2 lanes off the leader. Seeking Peace, white sleeves and cap. Then came Beneath the Moon, Hear My Voice, Flying V towards the far side, about 5 lengths adrift. Air of Royalty, nothing to come from Creme Brulee. With 300 metres left to run, Magnetic Dime is the one in front over Apple Catcher, Beneath the Moon, and then comes Flying First, Flying V, the bright blue, Seeking Peace. They trying to launch together. It's Magnetic Dime, Flying First, and then towards the far side, Flying V. Now getting to them, Seeking Peace also finding a late burst, but Flying V's the one in front over Seeking Peace, and Flying V is won by 1 length. Seeking Peace ran second, Flying First was third, fourth got tight. Hear My Voice involved with Beneath the Moon. Came Apple Catcher and Creme Brulee. So the winner races in the bright blue. She was also a little bit slow off the mark, was Flying V. May have been by design. We'll be interested to hear what Richard's remarks are, but found herself towards the inside rail. Seeking Peace in the white sleeves and cap. Took a while to find daylight. Once she did, she closed, and Flying First was always up in sight. But Flying V, the one to finish off best of all. Still learning the trade judging by that head carriage. She needed a lot of persuasion from Richard Fourie late on, but you've done more than enough. There's something there.
Race 9 has been won by number 9, Flying V, the daughter of Vercingetorix from the Justin Snaith Yard, 2-year-old filly. And well done to Zamo. He's the man who looks after Flying V. And he receives his 1,000 Rand from Hollywood Bets. So thank you to them and Cape Racing. Richard Fourie was the pilot aboard. Flying V, she switched on the well, you switched it to the inside and off she flew.
Yeah, look, we had a bad start, but she recovered really fast. She had no chance of, well, she shouldn't have won the race, let's be honest. She's a young 2-year-old filly. She raced green when she won with me last time. But obviously, we didn't really, well, I didn't see her true ability, but Justin saw in the parading and she said, look, this filly's grown and she doesn't look out of it. And you know, it was a hard sweat for me to get to the weights, but a great one nevertheless. She put in a good claim through the 300. Still ran green when she started seeing the number boards, but then quickly after that, when she saw Elders Horse coming back at her, she took off again. So she's quite a handy sort of filly. Well done to Team Snaith today, to the owners, Mr. Boards. Probably nice and snug at home on this cold day, but nice to have a winner for him nevertheless, and obviously all the support that he's given Cape Racing, and then also to my sponsors at Winning Form. Thank you for their support.
Well done, Richard.
Thank you, Vicky.
And before you go, I just want to, if you don't mind, just following me across the stage. Richard, standing to this, the amount of times that Greg has won with this number 9, he matches the colours.
It's because he keeps drawing badly.
Justin says because he keeps drawing badly. But Justin, you can join me. Well done to Richard for riding Flying V. But a lovely win from this filly. It's not always easy for the 2-year-olds in the company on testing ground.
Definitely, but I always feel I have a different thought on it, because would you rather be having a young horse that hasn't quite reached its potential yet, taking on horses that have had lots of racing, they're in their place, you get a massive allowance for a young horse. It does help. Doesn't help when the jockey's a little bit over, but it just shows. And also, you know, we're at Futura Park, Brett and I. We have a new track manager from the takeover from Cape Racing, Paul Lightheart, who works until 8 o'clock every night. He's done more work in a week than the previous guy did in a year. So kudos to him and all the effort that him and his team have put in, and you saw the results today. It was always going to happen. The work has been as I said, weekends, Sundays, he was there getting the track ready so that we could maybe work some horses on a Sunday. And it certainly paid dividend. When everyone else was trotting at Milnerton, he was getting the track ready. And I didn't want to say much until towards the end of the day. Yeah, snooker, exactly, which I see sometimes I'm good at. But really well done to Greg and Gina. They've arrived back from Ascot, and I think some of our 2-year-olds have been very disappointing up to now, but I'm on to it. We're going to do changes where we have to, and this is a nice one just to see one win again. So, you know, there is light. and to Aventure, well done earlier, great win, and well done on breeding this lovely filly.
I'm going to ask you a question that's probably a bit of an obvious answer, but you mentioned the preparation of tracks as well as sort of navigating what, you know, in the Western Cape at the moment, the program's been so proactively managed. Does that make all the difference?
There's a big difference, Vicky. Everyone's trying. It's the first time where you don't have arrogance. The first thing, so it's 95% effort, 5% budget. And that's what's going on. The jockeys are trying. They out here. There's a lot of mumbling earlier, but they're trying, and the club's trying as well. We've shortened the distance in the next race, so everyone's a lot safer. It's just effort, and it costs nothing. It doesn't cost money. Just try everyone doing the best they possibly can, and that's what is happening. And you can see the changes, and the results are there.
Absolutely, and well done for the win.
Great, thank you very much.
Thank you to Justin. I needed to ask him that question. It's just because it just makes for a good result when everyone works together as a team. Number 9, Flying V, the daughter of Vercingetorix, looks like quite a promising youngster. Well done to Aventure Thoroughbred Farm and Mr. and Mrs. Am for breeding, and well done to Greg Bortz and Gina Goldsmith for owning. As Justin mentioned, probably not the easiest start to the day, but she hopefully made it worthwhile in winning quite a smart race, and a well-ridden Richard riding her a brilliant race on her.